How's it going, everybody? I'm tired. You know what I'm ready for? Even though I'm taking all of tomorrow off and everything after this, I'm going to be taking off as well. Give myself some time to prepare for the rest of the week. I was really looking forward to still doing this class, so yay. Hi, Nicolette. Good morning. Hi, Miriam. Excuse me. I'm still feeling a little like hoarse, a little tired. I'm hydrating aggressively. Hey, Stephanie. Happy Monday, everyone. Just gonna give it another moment. After working today, I'm packing for DomCon downtown at LAX this weekend. Oh my God, I love that. I haven't been to DomCon in over a decade. I have not been there in a very long time, but that sounds like a blast, Nicolette. I hope you have so much fun. I just love our little group of people. Can I just say that? Also, happy June. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Pride Month. So for today, because I mentioned today is an easy stretch recovery day, we really are going to take it easy because I am quite sore. I am quite tired. And just to give us a little run back of TL's activities, starting Friday, we did a wedding. It was in Agora Hills. So that was a 2-hour drive. Boom, we're there. It's 90 degrees. My beautiful friends get married in the 90-degree weather. We love it. We all jump into the pool. We have a little pool party. We head home. I start prepping and packing for Saturday and Sunday. Wake up Saturday. I take a bath, 8 a.m., start getting ready for my shows. Drive 2 hours to San Diego, show number 1. Drive to the hotel, eat dinner, prep for show 2. Arrive at the club at 10 p.m. I performed at midnight. I got back to the hotel at 1:30, showered, got into bed probably around 2, woke up the next day 9. That's just like been my weekend, okay? So you're following, you know that Tracy's feeling fucking wrecked today, okay? Even though I don't drink alcohol or anything, that was a lot for me. So I'm just very, very excited to just take a moment to stretch. Yeah, I know. Just after midnight. Yeah, that was a doozy for me. That was a doozy, but it was okay because I was on copious amounts of caffeine. Yeah, let's do it, guys, because I could sit here and just chitty chat your little ears off, all right? Where is my strap? Where are my things? I see bungee cords. Okay, there's my... Oh, thank you, Miriam. I feel that. I feel that. So I really have no idea what I feel like doing today. All I know is that I feel like just doing some general stretching. Oh, let me turn on this other light. Forgot my second light over here. I was like, everything looks so dark. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, that looks better. We'll get started. Let's sit. I want to sit. I'm sure that's of no surprise to you. All right, we're going to start with a couple rounds of breath here. Now, what I'm doing in this moment for myself, and you can join me in this same effort, is just noticing and taking in the spots of your body that feel a little tired, a little sore, a little tense, and maybe you even notice the spots that feel really open, feel good, feel ready for the day. We'll take one more breath here. And breath out. All right. Now let's bring our hands onto our knees, and we're going to turn the fingertips in and the elbows out like we're a little bulldog. Little bulldog arms. And we're going to shift our ribs from right to left. Now, I know not everybody's on my same level today, so if you were rip-roaring and ready to go, I'm sorry. I'm just not your girl today. So we're just laterally sliding our ribs, opening up through the side body. We'll make it back to center. Hands will come onto your shin bones, and let's take some nice seated cat-cows. I also just finished a smoothie, so if you know anything about trying to do anything with your body moments after a smoothie's been inserted, yeah. Okay, now let's hold this contraction, chin down towards your chest. I'm just going to take some little rocks with my head. My neck is very sore from fucking swinging my hair around. All right, let's come forward. Hands are going to come onto your heart. You can reach up into your shirt, grab some flesh, and stretch out the front of your throat. Stretch your SCMs. Wow, I really need to do my gua sha on my neck real bad. We're feeling tight. All right, we'll come all the way back to a center position with our head, and we'll extend our legs forward in front of us. You can scoot your juicy little butt cheeks out of your way, but limbs are going to go forward in front of you. All right, we're going to start with a forward fold position. So hinging over the legs, there's really no need to be extra formal about this today. I want you to just fold over. Get into a bit of a back stretch. We'll do something more dynamic in a moment here. All right. Now we'll bring ourselves back up. Let's flex into the feet and work the legs like to the width of your mat. If you're not working on a mat today, just go a little bit wider than your hip width distance. We're gonna do Pilates saw. So arms open up wide to the side. If you're a little bit tight on space, you can just reach forward, all right? We're gonna turn and twist to the right, saw your left arm to the outside of your right leg. Continue the same thing to the other side. Ten more seconds. Good, last one to the right. Last one to the left. Now let's bring the legs into a bent position, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Sit up tall on this one, and then let's fold up over the feet. Bound ankle position. All right, let's bring ourselves back up and we'll take the legs into like a bent knee position right in front of you. Make sure that your strap is nearby, onto the ground, accessible. We're gonna roll down onto our backs. All right, now once you make it down here, your feet can adjust a little bit wider if you want. Oh my God, wow. Let's do some windshield wipers. Oh. I feel like if I just stopped moving right now, I would fall asleep. You guys ever feel that way? That's how tired I am. Jeez. Okay. Now, the next time we rock it all back to center, let's stay. We're gonna start with a figure 4. Easy style first. So right ankle on top of your left thigh, open up the right hip. Now, this is where I'm gonna stay for the next few moments. If you're ready to progress, you can bring the left leg in towards your chest. And we'll take 3 more breaths here. Okay, let's return the left foot down to the floor. And now we are gonna grab your strap. If you don't have a strap, it's really not a big deal. You can just hang on to the back of your leg. But I'm actually gonna use my loop. So I'll extend my foot in my loop up towards the ceiling. Now you can stay right as is. If you know you've got some more flexibility and mobility, you can start to take your opposite leg further away from you or all the way away. So hamstring stretch is where we're starting first. Little things I like to refine while I'm here. Little bit of a lumbar arch, right? That curvature of the low back. I also try to notice if I'm squinching up in the right side of my waist. Sometimes we do that in order to get our leg higher. So in an effort to keep the pelvis in a neutral position, try to make sure you have an equal distance in both of the sides of your waist, all right? Now, if you want, and really only if you want it, you can go for just some little pulls, trying to bring everything closer to you. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Okay. Now, let's go for our TFLs. So we'll pass the strap into our left hand, and we're gonna try to keep as much of our low back on the floor as we can. Leg will come across your body to stretch out the outside of your hip. Oh, I just gave myself an adjustment. I don't really know where it came from. Somewhere in my hip. All right, now I pretty much act like right away, like to do a sickle foot position because it gets all the way into my ankles and the outsides of my calves, and I like how that feels. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Let's bring it back through center. Strap in the right hand, and let's take it out to the side, groin stretch. Now, if you want a little more leverage, you can bring your opposite leg into a bend, even float it off to the side so that you're in your Peter Pan or your back lying Skandasana. Okay, let's bring it all back to center. Now, we're just gonna pop on to the other side and then we'll finish with our figure 4. If I forget, throw something at the screen. Okay, left leg up towards the ceiling, foot is in the strap. I'm always feeling a little bit tighter on this side. Calves, baby, calves. All right. Now, if you went for those little bounces with me, again, the lumbar still feeling long, the sides of the waist still feeling long. We're trying to encourage the left leg to come towards us a few more inches. 2, and 1. All right, it's time to work for the TFLs. So let's take the leg across our body. Oh, wow. What did I do to deserve this? What could I have possibly done to deserve such a sensation? Oh, I know. Probably one of the 5,000 things I did this weekend. You know what I did do that it's like I haven't practiced in a while, but I busted it out anyways. Football shimmies. If you don't know what football shimmies are, It's like jackhammering your little feet into the ground while shaking your ass. And you're up on your tippy toes. So it's like kind of like a beret in ballet, but different. Anyways, that's definitely what's happening here. Sickle foot, I got 2 more breaths here. All right, let's bring it all back to center, and now it's time to go wide. We'll transfer the strap, left hand, take it out to the side. Good, you can keep the opposite leg long or bring it into a bend, open up out to the side. All right, well, let's bring it all into center. You won't have to throw anything at the screen. I remembered, we're doing figure 4. Left ankle to the right thigh, open up your hip. And you can stay here, foot on the floor like me for a few moments, or if you're ready to progress, you go ahead and do it. Okay, let's return. Foot down towards the floor. And we'll take a moment in a bridge, just to give your glutes a little bit of activation and the front of your body a little bit of preparation, because we are going to do some hero in a few moments. So big quad and hip flexor work. Okay, let's come back down. I do want to go again because I would like to do a little chest expansion. So we'll push into the feet, give yourself a lift one more time, and try to elevate a little bit higher. Chest expansion bridge. All right, let's release, bring it down. And we'll move towards the tabletop position however you like to. I'm also going to take a moment to hydrate because it's what a girl wants and it's what a girl needs. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. Okay, all fours tabletop. We had our musical break. A rare moment. Ooh, okay, I really need to do this. Let's kneel. Oh, wow. So anyways, the bottoms of my feet Also, one thing I want to let you guys know, I was dancing barefoot at all these events. First one was a stage, so that was normal. Second one was a club. Okay, so we got goth boots in the streets, goth boots in the club. All right, so where I was dancing was not a stage. It was a place where people were walking around, but was, you know, quartered off for me. Anyways, one of my favorite things to do right when I get home from an event like this, I have a special cleanser I use that's like a scorched earth antibacterial wash, and I wash my feet first thing, just like scrub my little peats up so that I don't get goth club trench foot. Okay, that's what I do. Don't get goth club trench foot. I'm just distracting you from the feelings you're dealing with right now. Okay, let's come down, tap out the tops of your feet. Ah. Okay, now let's give you a little stretch for the tops of your feet. If you don't feel too much, you can always lean back, give yourself a little lift. Oh, buddy. All right, let's come back to tabletop position now. This is where we were going, but Tracy Lynn's feet had other plans. All right, let's draw some body circles all the way around. Okay, I'm also going to include a little bit of gyration with my hips because they need it. And reverse. All right, now let's go through some cat-cows too. I know we already did some on our butts, but here's the way I'm gonna make mine a little bit different. I'm gonna include some forearm work. So I'm gonna work my cat-cows with my hands in external rotation. If you don't love it, forget about it, okay? If you love it, look at us doing stuff together. Oh. All right. Come back to a neutral, shake out those hands a little bit. If you need a more extended break with your wrists, sit back onto your heels and take some little circles. Maybe you want to do some spellcasters. Bink, 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 bink. Next, we're going to do some thread the needles and some arm circles to get into our shoulders, okay? So back in your tabletop position, we'll take our right arm up towards the ceiling. You can open up your hip, there's no rules, who cares? And then thread it underneath, shoulder, ear to the floor. Microphone's on a big shirt, so I'm just gonna move it over here. Now I'm trying to create as much space as I can between my shoulder and my ear. You can do the same. My hips are above my knees. And your left arm can be doing a lot of different stuff. I kind of am going for this, albeit lazy, but an overhead position just to give my shoulders a little bit of prep and stretch. You can even half bind, wrapping the arm around your body. Hold for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's return. I'm going to grab my microphone. We'll bring ourselves up, and then we'll open up towards the right-hand side of our space. Modified side plank. But really, we're just going to take an opportunity to do some arm circles. Reverse. Oh. All right, now a little bit of extra credit preparation since again, we're gonna work towards our hero's position. You can go for a quad stretch here. So grabbing up your right foot and pulling the heel towards your bum. Okie dokie, let's release that. And let's do all this business on the other side. So starting with our threaded needle. Left arm lifts up now. And then we'll take it underneath us, shoulder, ear to the floor. Shoulder can stay as is, right arm can reach overhead, half bind. You can try a little bit of everything too. All right, let's bring ourselves back and around. I'm reattaching the microphone. Modified side plank, it's arm circle time. We'll take it around. No need to be particularly concerned about what your side plank looks like. Reverse. And we're also almost done. We're going for a shorter time today. Okay, for your extra credit, quad stretch, balanced. My balance is not great today. More indicators of exhaustion. All right, let's release. Take yourself back to all fours. And then I'm gonna grab my blocks and bring them up to their highest level, right underneath my chest. Big step, right foot forward to the outside of your blocks. Lunge and hamstring stretch, super simple, just flossing it out in this wider position. If you just prefer square, that's fine. You can totally go for square. If you want some knee padding, you can also pop that knee padding or just double up your mat underneath your left knee. Pace is up to you. Focus is up to you. If you want to take some extra time in one space versus the other. Now, mainly because I'm feeling I'm needing this one today, I'm going to come back into my extended front leg and add in a twist. You can join me or omit it. Lower block under my left hand, right arm reaches up. All right, let's bring it back down and we'll do the same thing, other side. Left foot to the front, back to flossy. Get flossy with it. Okay, yeah. The TFLs are a feeling today. The calves, the everything. All right. Now I'm going to go into this extra credit stretch here. You can join me. I'm going to rock the block under my right hand down to medium and reach my left arm up. Okay, let's bring it back down. Step the left foot back. Let's get ready for hero. Now, hero you can do hip width distance or closer together, but I do like to start with my knees together personally. I'm going to separate my feet so that I have a spot to sit into between my heels. For folks with really tight knees and really fucking tight quads, you might want to stick one of your blocks under your butt before sitting all the way back, okay? Another thing that might be holding you back that you didn't realize are your calves. So I'm going to move my calves out of my way. Boom, so much more comfortable, literally just that. And I don't have big calves. I just don't. I've got little baby calves, okay? So we'll take a moment here, feeling the stretch in your knees. And then if you want to start to progress, you can start to lean back. Oh, look, a jump ring. My life, just little tiny bits and bobs surrounding me. Now, another thing that I like to do just to refine is to really think about tucking my tailbone underneath me. I mean, just that action alone, I already just feel it so much differently in my quads and hip flexors. Maybe forearms come down. I know I could go all the way down to my shoulders, but I just don't feel like it today. So I'm going to stay here and let that be a lesson for life. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to. Am I right? Sometimes you got to just have boundaries with yourself. Ten more seconds. All right, let's bring ourselves up. My personal favorite release for this one is a downward facing dog. You can do that down dog on your blocks. You can do it on the floor. You can do it over here. You can do it over there. However you want to do it. Whew. Okay. let's come down onto our knees and sit over to one side. We've already done figure 4 stuff. This can be another opportunity for a figure 4. But something I've been trying to work into my own practice personally is a little more double pigeon work. This one's kind of a doozy. So come along with me on this little journey. I always like to give myself a little bit of proppage with some blocks, okay? So in our fire log, we want one of our shins, well, we want both of our shins, but at least like set yourself up for success and let your first shin be parallel to you. If you need a marker, I'm just gonna like use the front edge of my mat as that marker. Okay, second one, ankle is gonna stack on top of the knee. Now, what I don't want you to do is sickle the foot right away from the jump. Stay really active. And try to stay as upright as you can for this first moment. Feet need help. All right, now you can stay with all the props and all the things, or you can start to take some of the layers away. Now again, the challenge for me is always not letting the feet get lazy. Keep them active, keep them stacked. Ten more seconds. Working through your breath. All right, let's take it back. Okay, I know that that's the harder side for me, so I'm excited to be going into an easier round next. And then after this, we're done, okay? So again, opposite leg now in front. Nice and active. Opposite ankle, try to place it on top of the knee. Super active foot. Have your blocks, your props, your bolsters, your whatever, that are just gonna help you regulate yourself here for a moment. And then we start to peel away the layers. 10 seconds. All right, let's bring ourselves out. Ooh. All right, to counter that one, you can just take some knee moves. Maybe you want a windshield wipe, maybe you want a butterfly flap. Oh, that was exactly what I needed. All right, gang. For my final trick, I'm gonna bring myself up into a malasana and just take a moment to thank all of you. So glad that you decided to take some time, stretch your body with me this morning. I'm still feeling pretty sore, pretty tired, but super glad that I still scheduled myself to stream today. So we're gonna have a very chill schedule this week. We're just going to be doing our Wednesday class, our reset. I might change it up since today was a pretty heavy recovery day, but I am taking all of tomorrow off to fully recuperate. So that'll be nice. All right, loves. Bring yourself up from your malasana. Maybe take a moment at a fold. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way up. Oh. Okay, before we close today, I want to show you guys a really cool gift that my friend Melodia and Talia gave me. Aw, Stephanie, thank you. Aw, marmalade, so sweet. Okay, let me get the gift. I want to show you guys. Yes, per usual, I'm running my laundry. Don't mind me. Okay, so my dear friend, Melodia and Talia, bought me a picture, like a framed photo from my Fenrir performance. Fenrir performance. I hope the light is okay, but isn't this such a cool fucking print? Like, I'm trying to not get all the reflection of the light in it. But what a cool, like, I just thought it was so thoughtful to give me this print of my little creation. God, it's such a cool photo. I was like, I didn't see this one at the show. And they wrote little notes on the back. So sweet. Such a little ferocious picture. Arr. I know, isn't that cool? Always nice. I remember my dance director, I just thought it was really cool that in her house, she always had really cool pictures, like very artistic pictures of her performance pieces up. And I was like, one day that'll be me. So here starts that. Oh, good, Nicolette. I'm glad we were able to mutually benefit from that. Oh, wow. Yeah, super cool. Got some really fun photos coming too of all the shows this weekend. Hopefully some good videos. So yeah, I'll get those over to you guys. Let you see, let you enjoy. All right, lovelies. I'm gonna head to the store to pick up some groceries. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys Wednesday. Hope you have a wonderful week. Yeah, I'll upload it to Discord, Nicolette, so you can get a better look at it. All right, babes, have a beautiful, beautiful week if I don't see you again, and I will see you next Monday. Thanks for coming. See you next time.